Hello everyone, Grayson here. So I was finally convinced to buy Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z and I decided to record my first playthrough. Joining me is a player I admire very much. He's one of the best Ninja Gaiden players I've ever seen and he's also a very complete player. He plays every single Ninja Gaiden game and he is good at every single one of them. He is MasterNinjaRyu from Italy, and we are gonna be doing dual commentary for this run. I know very little about this game, so I knew I couldn't record 3 hours of commentary in a game I know very little about, and that is why I asked Master to join me. So, because he is such an expert on this game. So, please, Master, introduce yourself so we can begin.
Hello everyone, I'm MasterNinjaRyu. Uh, Thanks for the chance for being here, and thanks for the invite also.
Right. So, about the timer, this is not a speed run, but I wanted to see how long it took me to complete the game for the first time. And I also have a death counter because, well, I wanted to see how many times I died on my first walkthrough. As you saw, this is done on hard difficulty, which is the highest difficulty available from the start. After this run, I did the game on nightmare difficulty. I haven't done the hell difficulty. I understand it's very difficult because you die from a single hit. I haven't
Yeah,
done
it
that.
is.
I haven't done that, but I did complete nightmare and it wasn't very difficult. But anyway, the cutscenes, I only left a few of the cutscenes to. The original video was 6 hours long, and I trimmed all the cutscenes off so that I could get it under 3 hours. So we are about to begin. There's the first achievement, and yeah, it's about to begin. Master, if at any time you want to say something, please just speak and
Yeah, sure.
okay. So right off the bat, it amazed me. The combo system is much different from regular Ninja Gaiden games because this is me playing from the very first time, and I got a combo of over 200 hits and the corresponding achievements. And obviously, there is no other Ninja Gaiden game where on the very first fight you could get a 200 hit combo, and I mean it's just not possible on any other of the games. Maybe on Ninja Gaiden 2 on higher difficulties if you spam like a lot of shuriken on the ninja, on each ninja, and you are a very good player. But I mean 300 hits there, I lost the combo there, but 300 hits on the first fight, it's just not possible on the other games. So right off the bat, this is a very different game from the other ones.
Well, of course, it's different because it's a spin off game after all.
Right, right. I like this system that each fight gives you like a ranking of each individual fight, each individual arena. The game calls them. Each arena gives you like a medal. I like that. It makes for good replay value.
Yeah, it's kinda Platinum Games game or like Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, right.
Don't sound so choked up.
I cut off all the cutscenes or most of the cutscenes to make the video shorter, but hopefully you're not watching this run for the story because you're probably not gonna understand it without the cutscenes. It's just for the gameplay.
okay, the game giving you some basic tips.
Yeah, useful tips actually. I did read all of those as they came out, and they're useful tips.
Yeah, they are really useful. Yeah.
I also like the graphic style. People complained when this game came out about the comic book graphic style. I don't have a problem with it. I actually like it. It does get oversaturated with some of the elemental reactions you get from enemies, as you will see
Yeah.
later on. But right now in environments that are not very busy, I don't have a problem with it at all. Oh, I also sped up some of the less interesting parts of the gameplay. Those shards, they're supposed to make Yaiba stronger, aren't they, Master?
Yeah, exactly.
Your neural interface and online to find motor skills. You can actually open your hand now and, pick stuff up. Good. You're trespassing in a restricted area. I repeat, Area 93 is off limits. Ah, shit. Section R61 is compromised. I repeat, R61.
Helicopter, the nightmare of all Ninja Gaiden players.
Yeah, yeah. Especially in the first Ninja Gaiden, like Black and Sigma, the gunship can be such an asshole to fight, right?
Yeah.
It's weird to me that it felt weird that blocking and countering is done with the same button. I eventually got a hang of it, but at the beginning, as you just saw, it took me 3 tries to do a counter correctly.
Yeah, I understand. Some games use this type of counter, for example, Neo games.
Yeah, I've never played Neo since I don't have an Xbox One or a PS4, but it does seem it does seem I would play it if I could.
Yeah, Neo is a really great game. I enjoyed it so much. The combat system is really good. You should try it when you'll get the chance.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Monday. I plan on sticking around.
Use your flail before you go splat.
These platforming sections are not, in my opinion, they aren't great. They're not terrible either, but they're fairly straightforward. Like A button to jump, V button to use your flail and your chain and like that, jump from one side to the next. They do get more complex with environment hazards like fire and steam, which causes you to fall. Uh, I cut off most of them for the video since they are, in my opinion, they're not very interesting.
Yeah, they are just kinda Ninja and Razor's Edge climbing sections, in my opinion.
Yeah. That was weird. Sometimes that attack does that. It's I don't know if I'm doing it incorrectly, but it kind of like you charge the attack, but Jaiba doesn't do anything. It's weird.
This should be kinda a new team, but well, it's kinda different, of course, from Ninja Gaiden classic UTs.
Like that. Did you see, Master? Like
Yeah, yeah.
like that. I mean, what's up with that? He just whiffs his attack. It's weird.
As I remember, long time I don't play this game, so I could remember bad. But as I remember, maybe the UT was not totally ready, so that could be the reason why it failed.
Right. Again, counters are not my strongest suit at this point. As far as I remember, I didn't actually use the meat slappers, the zombies, as a weapon, maybe 1 or 2 times in the entire playthrough. I'm not sure if they are stronger than Yaiba's regular weapons, like his katana and his cyber punch, his cyber arm, but I didn't use them. Do you? Are they weak or are they strong, Master?
They are pretty strong, and they are only one problem. They are disposable, so you really need to be careful when using them.
Right.
Ooh, the heavy ordnance. Hey, why not chuck a zombie at it?
Okay, now the game suggesting you to pick a zombie and throw it to the chapter.
Yeah, but I guess I was trying to gain a little health because I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Close call, actually.
Yeah.
So that's the first chapter of the game. I did it in 20 minutes, but it of course it's the easiest chapter, and they do get very hard eventually. Especially the last 2 chapters are pretty hard in my opinion. As for the skill tree, it reminds me of the skill tree in the Arkham games, in the Batman Arkham games, and the first time playing, of course, I didn't know what to buy, so here is me kind of deciding. I eventually went for all the upgrades in the right first, then the upgrades in the upper section, and I mostly ignored the upgrades in the left section. This is the second chapter. This is the first time you face these guys. They become fairly common, but they have a couple of attacks that are very dangerous. What do you think of them, Master?
Yeah, first time you see them, it's like, oh no! Then, as long as you get used to them, and especially on their counter time, you will basically bullying them.
Yeah. But they do give you their weapons as a. They're the first guys that give you, after an execution, you get their weapons, which do a lot of damage. They don't last very long, but they do a lot of damage. The nunchuckles.
Yeah.
Hand. 2, actually.
And I like the rainbow effect. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
This is basically the first disposable weapon that the game gives you. And well, they are really important, and especially on the higher difficulties. So the game teach you you can put them down if you wanna spare them and use them later in the fight.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what I do with some of the later fights. If I die time and again in a fight, I save my special weapons for the tougher enemies, as you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play games in the harder or the easier difficulties the first time you play them, Master?
Well, it depends. If it's an action RPG with some kind of RPG stuff, so it will be a really long game. I will try to start it in a harder difficulty because if the game is really long, I would not be sure if I would have the chance to do another run. So I'll try to start in the hardest difficulty I can.
Right.
But if it is an action game, it depends because sometimes I wanna just enjoy the game as more as I can, as long as I can. So I'll try to do more runs in order to enjoy it more and maybe love it more and get more used to the combat system and their mechanics.
Right, because if you can explore more options, more combat options if you're playing on an easier difficulty, and if you are playing on a harder, you end up, for example, in all the other Ninja Gaiden games, when you learn how to do UTs properly and on landing UTs, you end up abusing them instead of mixing it up with other combo moves. You take the risk of abusing UTs and such.
Yeah, exactly. Playing on another difficulty as a first run could end up just tryharding and being okay. I need to survive, so I do the best option I can. But it could end not learning the game properly, but just tryharding it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And if you are playing on easier, you can actually become like a different kind of player, not a worse one by any means, but I admire players, Ninja Gaiden players, for example, that are very fluent in their combos. Like they can mix up very different combos, shurikens, all the different buttons.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good at that, and maybe I doubt that they learned those skills playing very hard or master. I think maybe they learned that experimenting in normal or maybe hard difficulty.
Yeah, that's for sure. Also, one thing what I think is playing also various type of games, action games, and Ninja Gaiden games gives you some different skills. For example, Ninja Gaiden 1 give you some skills, Ninja Gaiden 2 give you some other skills, and Ninja Gaiden 3 gives you some other skills. So all of them in some way can help you to improve your skill and makes you a more complete player, in my opinion.
Right. It's weird that so few people enjoy all three games of Ninja Gaiden in any of their versions, right? Like you or me, that we play all three, and so few people do that. Even with the Master Collection out, most of the players I know that play Master Collection only play one or two or one or three or two or three, but most people don't enjoy all three of the Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah, I guess most of the people that play 1 and 2 only because they don't like 3, and some more action-oriented people play only 2 and 3 because they find Ninja Gaiden 1 too much exploration, less fights, less speed, and other stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Combat is much slower in one. Yeah, you're right. Whereas this, everybody hated this game when it came out, and other people like me didn't venture into playing it out of prejudice. Like, I always had the prejudice against this game. Now that I finally played it, I'm not a super fan of it. I mean, I wouldn't beat it 100 times like I've beat every other single Ninja Gaiden, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's not bad. It's enjoyable. I liked it. I mean, I'm gonna share at the end a screen of my achievements. I unlocked all of them except for two: the hell difficulty achievement and the arcade mode achievement.
Oh, arcade mod.
Yeah, I mean, I saw your video of the arcade, and it seems very, very hard. But we will talk about that, I suppose. The arcade mode is included in this video. At the very end, I tried it for the first time after unlocking it.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, it's at the end, but yeah, Yaiba it's really not so bad as its reputation. Oh, I didn't remember my first death. He killed me in his rage, right?
Yeah. The game is telling you you can use this button to use the rage, and okay.
Yeah. So my first death was 45 minutes in, not bad, but oh, I'm terrible with puzzles in most games. Like, this took me 3 tries. I'm not very good at it.
I kinda feel you because sometimes you're just okay. I wanna fight. Okay, the puzzle. Okay, but where is the fight?
Yeah, yeah. Like, I was thinking, maybe if you throw the ninja 3 times in a row, the tube will do a complete spin and reach the other way. But no, you have to throw him from the downside,
Yeah.
from below. I mean, from below. Oh, please do excuse us. I am Mexican and Master is Italian, so English is not our mother language for any of us. So none of us have very good English. So please do excuse that.
Yeah, sorry for this.
Yeah, we try our best. We try our best.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know when I'm. Oh, I was looking for the burning Steve to grab as a meat slapper, and then 2 more clowns. Do you also die from one hit from projectiles in hell difficulty, or just melee attacks?
As I remember for projectiles as well. Well, it's not always one shot, but kinda. I just compare it on the Sigma 2 Master Ninja difficulty.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a little more harder with a little more damage, but kinda. It's not always one shot, but basically most of the attacks one shots you.
Damn. So on hell difficulty, all the shards the fire shards, electricity shards, they don't matter because you die in one hit anyway.
Almost, but yeah. If not one hit, two hits will kill you, yeah.
When you're burning, dash forward to kick on a
Right.
fans that will extinguish the flame.
The difficulty is really hard, but I really think arcade mode is even harder because on the difficulty at least you have checkpoints. On arcade mode you don't have checkpoints, you have limited life, so it's really hard to survive that much. And on arcade mode the game puts you a lot of really annoying stuff and really hard combinations of enemies. So yeah.
Right. Oh. So that's a very strong attack. It's the second time they kill me in that way.
Yeah. I guess at this point you were still not used to counters attacks, as I can see. So yeah, it takes some time, I understand. But this is what you could have saved you in this situation.
Right. Yeah, no, as I remember, in all the run, I barely used any counter attacks. I mean, maybe five times in all the run. But yeah, in Nightmare difficulty, I did learn to use them, and they are very useful. They give you like Yaiba moves much faster after a counter attack, right?
Yeah, it's basically like some action games do. Kinda Bayonetta with Witch Time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, and Nier Automata. So some action games do this. After a counter attack, you get a slow time and you get a good punish.
Right. Yeah. Those electric female zombrites, yeah, they're called. I found those quite difficult, maybe the hardest enemy in the game for me. They killed me a lot. You're gonna see in the next chapters when you face two or more of them at once. I found those quite difficult.
Yeah, they can be really annoying. Also, especially if you are not used to the counter system of the game, they can be really annoying and they can be really hard to face them without the counter.
Right. Like I said, I'm not very good at puzzles, but of course I eventually figured it out. But oh, there's the wall. Yeah, right. These guys take a lot of damage to kill. Like they take a lot. Unless you kill them with another elemental effect, like you throw electricity or vile vomit against them, they take a lot of hits.
Yeah.
What do you think of the enemy variety in Yaiba, Master? Is it good enough? Should there be more enemies?
In my opinion, the enemies are okay. The number of enemies are enough. There is a good variety of enemies in this game. What I regret is the bosses. There are only few bosses, and as you know, I'm a really boss lover, and having only a few bosses for me is a pity. I would enjoy more bosses than the ones they are. But well, the bosses that are in the game, they are pretty fun, especially the Hayabusa fight. I mean, Hayabusa is a cool fight in in every game you fight him. Even in Ninja Gaiden games, when you fight Hayabusa, is really a fun fight. So yeah.
Yeah. And of the few boss fights that there are, some of them become normal enemies later on. The robot mech, which is right next. Then you face like two at the same time, and he's like Rasetsu, which
Yeah,
yeah,
Krozetsu, yeah.
yeah, he starts as a boss, but later on he's just like a common enemy. But true boss fights in this game are what? Ryu Hayabusa and the last boss.
Yeah.
Did you ever do those fights in no damage?
Uh, for the final boss, I don't remember. I did them on El mod, but I don't remember. As I remember, I did them in no damage for Hayabusa, maybe, as I remember. But right now, I don't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure I did Hayabusa because I enjoyed so much this boss fight, so I did it in no damage. For the final boss, I don't remember. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, I moved the timer and the death counter to the bottom because on the top of the screen there's the arena information, so you couldn't see it very well.
Yeah, waste choice.
Hey, I saw you finally created a speedrun account, and you have a Eternal Legend run, right?
Yeah, I did it just because I participated on Ninja Gaiden Black tournament hosted by the Godfather Dictator with JTB commenting with him. And well, as you know, I'm really glad to support every Ninja Gaiden event, so I participated. Even though I'm not a speedrunner, I just speedrunned 3 times, and it was just in order for the 3 tournaments I participated, hosted by TGD. And well, this time the last tournament was Eternal Legend. So of course, if you join a tournament, you had to do some training, of course. So I did okay. I enjoyed it. The run was pretty okay. I would like to have more people to submit some runs, and I said, okay, let's submit this. So maybe more people would run this, because Eternal Legend is really a fun mission. I mean, I enjoy most of the missions because mission mode for me is really fun. It just gives you the chance to just fight. You don't need to, especially in the first Ninja game where the story is go down, go left, go up, jump, do a puzzle. And on mission mode, it just, okay, let's fight.
Right.
And I really enjoy mission mode for this reason. So yeah, Eternal Legend is really fun because there are some cool bosses. So yeah, I had some fun, and I said, okay, let's submit this run, since I did some properly training for the tournament. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Eternal Legend is great. I've always loved it. That it's like a mini version of Ninja Gaiden 1, where you need to upgrade the weapons, buy the items, fight almost every boss in the game, but in a 15-minute time lapse. It's great in that aspect.
Yeah, definitely. And at the end of Eternal Legend, I mean, there are some really cool bosses, the same as Descent of the Fiend 5. So I really enjoyed them because Doku, Nietzsche, Ishtaros, and Malbus, they are really fun bosses. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I saw your video where you block reset Doku's UT. It's quite cool to watch that. And I've never tried it myself, but it does look difficult to pull off. Precise timing must be, I bet it must be learned to pull that off.
Yeah, as I said, all Ninja Gaiden games gives you some skills, and in my opinion, Ninja Gaiden 2 in this case, it has some rules and some skills, some touch. Like you can bring those skills if you play other Ninja Gaiden games. So yeah, you can play Ninja Gaiden 1 with the guard resets as well, because guard resets are on Ninja Gaiden games since the first Ninja Gaiden for Xbox. So yeah, this is a touch that is still there, so you can enjoy using it even on the first game and try to have a different approach on the game.
Right. So the first boss fight, this is how was it called? Robotic defense unit, and he's the first boss. He later on becomes, like I said, a normal enemy, kind of a normal enemy. He did kill me quite a few times, and he has several attacks to be aware of. He does like a ground pound, an electric ground pound, which is quite devastating. And sometimes he speeds around like a dog because he supposedly has a dog cerebellum, and yeah, like that. That's quite damaging too, and it's hard to predict when he's gonna do it. The part I dislike the most about this fight, and all the fights he's in actually, is not the counters or anything, it's the camera. When you are behind him, Yaiba turns into this yellow, like that, into this yellow shade, which is very difficult to follow with your eyes in the middle of the fight, and you cannot control the camera at all. So Yaiba becomes super tiny if you are fighting in the rear end of the arena. So what do you think, Master?
Yeah, the camera in this fight plays really a bad joke. So yeah, this is what makes most of the difficulty of the fight. But well, it happens with most of the giant bosses in any action game. So
Yeah,
this is a classic.
yeah, that's true. So you counter him and he goes down, and he's much weaker when he's down, but it does take quite a few. Like there, for example, Yaiba is super tiny right now.
Yeah.
But now that you said it happens in all the giant enemy fights in action games, I'm thinking of NG2 where when you fight the big fiend in the Brooklyn Bridge in chapter 4 after before Alexei, and the
Romulus
camera,
Troll, right?
yeah, the camera always stays behind Ryu, so you can always see the boss, see Ryu in a fairly clear. You always have a clear image of Ryu, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see what other giant bosses are in Ninja Gaiden. The Emperor in Ninja Gaiden 1, Ryu is always in front of the camera, and you spin around the Emperor, but you never get lost behind him.
Yeah, this is because this game has a lock-on on bosses. So yeah, for example, Pazu,
Uh-huh.
this is a kind of different because sometimes it happens when you go behind Pazu, the camera is not working properly.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, and you get stuck between him and the door and
Yeah.
the sanctuary door. Yeah, yeah, it's
So
true.
it not always happen, but most of the time happen in any action game.
I'm sure you notice I wasn't very creative with my combos. Later on, when I was doing the nightmare difficulty, I found that there are very damaging combos which you can do like XXYYY,
Yeah,
but like right there, I'm only mashing the X button, which is the katana,
yeah.
but I could be doing much more damage if I was combining katana and the cyber arm.
Yeah, definitely. Also, this game is really particular in the combo system because in Ninja Gaiden games you have only two buttons to combine them and create combos. On this game you have three buttons, so you can be even more creative and create some cool combinations with the three different buttons and the three different weapons. This is what I enjoyed.
Right. And is it worth it? Because, for example, in the other Ninja Gaiden games, when you try to do very long, very complex combos, most of the times you will get caught in between attacks by enemies. Enemies will grab you if you are not careful.
Yeah.
Is are long combos worth it in Yaiba, or is it best to keep it short and efficient?
Well, most of the time they are not worth as well, but some of them, I guess about 4 or 5 hits, 4 or 5 hits are really worth. As I remember, there is square, YY, and then B button. That is the drop, kinda of the drop of the game, and this is really a cool combo, damaging combo. This is really good. Also, XXYYYY is a 5-hit combo, but it gives you some movement, so you are dynamic and you can evade some attacks as well while performing this combo at the end of the combo.
Right. Okay.
Like kinda Ninja Gaiden 2, XX Y, then the forward Y. This combo is really good because you have the movement at the end of the combo where you can evade some attacks.
Right. Okay. It would be cool if you could counter projectiles from the bosses in other Ninja Gaiden games, right?
Yeah.
Imagine stunning Alma with her own energy balls or her own pillars. That would be awesome.
Well, on the recap pack of the first Ninja Gaiden you can actually, but yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I haven't played it, but yes, I've seen it. Well, you don't counter them, you like absorb them, right?
Yeah, I have not played them either, but I have seen them and it was wow.
Yeah, it does look very, very cool to do. These hologram cutscenes also remind me of the Batman Arkham games, particularly the Arkham Origins, where Batman used the detective mode to recreate the crime scene, and it came out they either on 2014 like this year or 2013 the previous year. So I'm sure the guys at Team Ninja were influenced by it, and it's cool. It does look cool. I like it.
phototoxins overload your photoreceptors and impair visual processing. Luckily, your cyber retina doesn't suffer the same issues, so switch to your cyber vision if you're blinded.
So on this chapter we are introduced to a new kind of enemy, a new element actually, which is the bile, the vomit. It's called bile actually, and like you are seeing now, if they hit you with bile, the screen gets all clouded with it. Oh, this scene I left it because I didn't like it. I think it's quite out of place. Like I don't need for exuberant sex jokes in my Ninja Gaiden games. Like I don't know why they included stuff like this. It's well, I don't know. It's not super harmful or anything, but I'm not playing Ninja Gaiden for sex jokes.
Well, I guess because the nature of this game is being with the trash style and the trash story, so they are putting all this kind of stuff on this game because Yaiba is like this, because this is not Ryu Yabusa, this is Yaiba.
Right, yeah. Yeah, in the very first trailer, I remember it was a very cool trailer. It was a live action trailer where Yaiba was training with his sword, saying that in my culture, dying in battle is seen as the ultimate honor and stuff like that. And then he said, "What a bunch of bullshit!" And he threw Ryu's photograph in the fire, and yeah, like Yaiba is laughing at all the traditional values, I suppose, of the culture he belongs to.
Yeah.
Oh, quite a few projectiles there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this time he went over there. Are you seeing?
Yeah.
He's about to fall, and it only happened to me once that an enemy clipped outside of the arena. Yeah, and I was like, "Hey, great! He killed me, but now he's gone." But these guys actually killed me, and I had to face the other guy again.
Yeah, this was quite hilarious.
So, what's the best way to counter for the enemy projectile, the spam of enemy projectiles, Master? Are counters very effective?
Yeah, counters are the main key to deal with this. Most of the projectiles you can counter them.
Right.
So this is really important because, as I said, with the counters you get a free punish and a long punish you can have, because the time has a slowdown when you perform a counter successfully. So counters are really important and are really the core of this combat system.
Oh, the core of this combat. Like, since I didn't use them for the first time, well, except against like the robotic defense unit and such, since I didn't use them, would you say on my first playthrough I missed out on the core of the combat system?
In my opinion, yes, because some fights could be much more enjoyable and also much more faster if you perform counters.
Okay.
But well, of course, it was your first playthrough. It's not easy to get used to a new touch so fast. I mean, I don't remember my first playthrough on this game. It was I was 16 years old, so I really don't remember. But well, it would be maybe it was even better, and also I guess even worse. And I guess I was not using counter as well. I guess I don't remember, but I understand. You can miss some touches. I mean, it's your first playthrough. Don't be blamed for this.
Okay. Oh, so you were 16 in 2014. That means you're younger than me. I thought you were older than me.
Yeah, It was 2013. I don't remember when Yaiba came out. Precis
2014. 2014.
2014. Okay. Well, maybe I was not 16. Maybe I was 17. I don't remember. Right now, I'm 28 years old. So I was
28?
28. Yeah.
Oh, then we are the same age. I'm also 28.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So no, in 2014 we were 20 years old. Yeah.
20. Okay, okay. Nice.
Hey, it's nice to meet someone like exactly my age. Like most of the people in the Ninja Gaiden community are either older, like JTB or Vigalski,
Yeah.
or younger, like people who are just now beginning to play Ninja Gaiden or something.
Yeah.
But we are the exact same age. That's curious.
Oh yeah, Sigma 2 was, I was 16, yeah, and I remember Sigma 2 was in 2009, so yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we were 16 in 2009.
It's gone.
This part can actually be made to be much easier if you bait the guys into the electrical current which is on the water, but I didn't take advantage of that. I didn't realize. I just realized that in my second playthrough.
Yeah. On this game, there is elemental combos that is an interesting touch. Because yeah, you can mix two elements to get some reaction, and this is a pretty nice thing to do, and one of the core values of this combat system.
Right, and pretty useful too, right? You can take out very strong enemies in a single hit if
Yeah,
you
definitely.
freeze them. For example, in that in bile plus electricity equals that, and you can just take them out in a single strike.
Yeah, and for this reason, as I said before, it's really important on this game to have your disposable weapons you get from the greater zombies to spare those weapons, save them, and use them in the proper situation. This is kind of strategic. I enjoyed this, and it will get really useful when you get on the higher difficulties.
Yeah, yeah, it does help out. Like for example, these sunbrights, which cause so much trouble for me, with a single shot of bile from the, how are they called, the hack pipes, they freeze and you just take them out in one hit.
Yeah.
Oh, about the respawn system, of course I edited most of the fights, because if you die, you need to do the whole fight again, like in all other Ninja Gaiden games. It's not just like face the exact enemy that killed you again. No, it's the entire fight. I just cut out the parts to avoid watching everything repeated times.
Yeah, I understand. The respawning system on this game is exactly the same as Ninja Ryu Razor's Edge. So as long as you die in a fight, you will respawn with the same conditions you started this fight. For example, in this situation, if you had have done the execution on those electric women's, you would have the chance to destroy the second two bosses
Yeah,
with Bale.
with the electric sap, it's called, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but these foes, which teleport from one side of the stage to the other, and they electrify you if you touch them without, well, when their force field is up, and they also shoot projectiles. They are fairly difficult. They are very well equipped.
yeah, definitely. Now you'll get the electric whip that will help you so much on the next fight.
Yeah,
Also, when you kill an enemy with execution, you get some life. This reminds me kinda of Metal Gear Rising. I don't know if you played this game.
no, I haven't.
You should. This is really cool. My second favorite game ever.
Oh.
Of course, the first one is all the Ninja Gaiden games. The first one, but yeah, after them I put Metal Gear Rising because this really has a Ninja Gaiden vibe. So you should definitely try it. Trust me.
Okay, I will. So right there, I did what Master was saying. I used the electrical weapon to freeze in one hit the vile enemies.
You do that, Imposter?
You got what I got.
I don't like that you have to drop your special weapons to pick up zombies. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy has two arms. He can he can grab the weapon in one and grab the zombie in the other. But
Yeah, this is kind of strange. I guess it's because you have only one bionic arm, maybe.
yeah, like I said, I'm not the best at puzzle solving. Yeah, and that was a very dumb death. But like just like Razor's Edge, uh, this game has some very exhausting fights where you need to first face a lot of enemies, like I'm doing right now, like a ton of enemies, and only after you are done with all of them can you proceed to the puzzle or to the bigger enemies. And if you die, of course, you have to face the entire army of how could we call them? They are like cannon fodder is the term, where just disposable enemies which just serve to really to bother the player, and I don't think it's a very good approach to action games. Like, for example, the first Ninja Gaiden doesn't have a lot of cannon fodder enemies or cannon fodder battles. They are all short battles with maybe 6 or 7 enemies in total, and none of the battles in the first Ninja Gaiden seems seems to drag on. If you die, you just hopefully you had just saved in a statue, and you can just attempt the single fight against against. Of course, there are a few gauntlets in the game, which are one fight after the other where you cannot save, but none of the fights in the first Ninja Gaiden drags on. Whereas Razor's Edge, Vanilla NG3, and maybe even some of the fights in NG2, they do drag on, and I think that's a defect in that's not a good approach to action games, to make you fight a ton of enemies before actually fighting the ones that matter.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I enjoy the games very much. Nevertheless, I do perceive that that's not a very good choice.
This furnace powers the entire west half of Lazarus, including the labs and the trams. If you knock it out, you'll slow you down.
A good example is the mission mode. If you compare, I talked about this with JTB and Bigalski in my talk with them. If you compare the mission mode from Ninja Gaiden Black or Sigma with the mission mode from NG3 or Vanilla or Razor's Edge, in Black the missions last like 3 minutes. For example, the Greater Fiend fights, it's just like a mission can be face Doku and Alma at the same time, and after you kill them, the mission is done. And if they killed you, you just retry that single fight. Whereas in NG3 and Razor's Edge, you also get to fight pairs of Greater Fiends at the same time, like Alma and Doku. But first, you need to fight many waves of enemies, and some of them very hard waves. Of course, you do have continues in the lower difficulties, but if you are playing like the Master Trials or the Ultimate Ninja Trials, you get only one continue or no continues, and in order to try the actual difficult fights, the actual important fights, you first need to do a whole lot of fights, which I mean, in my opinion, there's also virtue to that because it does build up character and it does build up like endurance and resistance for the player. You do need to set your mind to play for 15 minutes straight without pauses or without any breaks to finish the mission, and knowing that a very difficult fight awaits at the end. So there is a good side to it, but on the story mode, like right here, like having to face all the other previous ninjas before getting to the puzzle, I think that's detrimental to the game, and that's unnecessary. But but no, in the right situation, it can be a good thing. It depends on how the developers chose to implement it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for the mission mode, I agree. Sometimes there are, especially on Ninja 3 and the Three Razor's Edge, there are too much some enemies, just some ways of enemies, just to get the mission longer. And I would have enjoyed more them more if they were just more bosses and less wave of enemies. Some of them. For example, I loved so much Ultimate Ninja 5 mission on Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. Well, they really changed it so much on the other two versions of Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge on Wii U and on PS3 and Xbox 360. I don't understand why, because Ultimate Ninja 5 on Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla was really super fun. And well, I hated so much Ultimate Ninja 8 on Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge because this is just a lot of enemies on a really small arena, then some bosses, then a lot of enemies. I mean, okay, but could you just put more bosses and less enemies, please?
Yeah.
At this point, yeah, because if you play on Ultimate Ninja, you are supposed to be able to fight some ways of enemies. I mean, so they should be just more focused on the bosses, more focused on bosses. I mean, okay, some wave of enemies, it's okay, but less wave of enemies and more bosses will be the key, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, it would. But it's cool when you are playing any of the Master of Ultimate Ninja Trials. I'm sure you remember the feeling because the first time you're playing them and you have no idea what comes next, where you and you, for example, in it's Master 8 or Master 2, really, when you beat the boss for the first time and you expect the mission to end, and immediately the same boss drops again and you have to
Yeah,
face him or her all over again, and that's a cool feeling because it puts you to the test.
yeah,
And like I said, your endurance, your resistance, your ability to maintain, keep cool. I mean, maintain calm, stay calm. Yeah, but like you said, more bosses and less regular enemies would be a better solution.
I mean, I would put more enemies and less bosses, maybe on lower difficulties, and on higher difficulties, more bosses and less enemies. I would use this system.
Especially since Razor's Edge has bosses from all three Ninja Gaiden games.
Yeah. For example, as I remember, Ultimate Ninja 4. I mean, you have just an annoying fight at the beginning with some enemies. Then the mission starts with some bosses, the regents, the Dokus, the Alma, and Marbus. Okay, but the first fight is just quite long. It takes about 5 minutes and even more. And then after this, you start having some fun with the regents and then the other bosses. And I mean, anytime you fails, you have still to repeat again the first annoying enemies. That at the beginning you're able to fight them without any problems. But as long as you start dying and fail and repeating the mission, you start playing them less good more of the time, even less good. So yeah,
Yeah, because you do get tired. I mean, that's a fact. If you play the same mission, rather than playing better each time, you eventually start to play worse because you are getting tired. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, if that's what you were saying.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So the perfect ultimate Ninja 4 would start with the regents instead of the common enemies, and the mission would be almost the same, just as enjoyable, but it would be shorter. And it's obvious, like you said, that the first wave of enemies is just filler, is just to make the mission longer. So it makes it less enjoyable.
Yeah,
And Ninja Gaiden games didn't used to suffer from that, but starting, does Sigma 2 have that problem? Let me remember.
no, Sigma 2, nope. Some of them they are kinda, for example, Master Ninja 1. But less than this is just a mix up of them. I mean, some bosses, then some enemies, then a boss, then some enemies, and this is quite okay. But most of them does not have this problem. I mean, most of the other missions, for example, all the Ultimate Ninja missions have no minions on them. The only one with minions is are the Ultimate Ninja 2 and the Ultimate Ninja 3, but for the Ultimate Ninja 3 you have only 2 minions during the first two Buddha fights. And on Ultimate Ninja 2 you have only...
The Black Spider clan, right?
Yeah, some archers shooting you with some arrows. But they are really few, I mean, they're okay. And for the Master Ninja missions, only Master Ninja 1 and Master Ninja 4 have the minions. So yeah, this is what Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 has used too.
Yeah. Yeah, on Razor's Edge, for example, the Ultimate Ninja missions from Sigma 2, where you face the doppelgangers, the clones, the evil Ryus, in Razor's Edge, there would be like 4 waves of enemies before the doppelgangers Ryus.
No, Razor's Edge there are no minions on this mission.
No, like what I mean is, if that mission was on Razor's Edge, before fighting the actual bosses, you would have to face a lot of enemies.
Ah, okay,
first.
you're not talking about Ultimate Ninja 5 or other
No,
side, 3
no,
or
no.
other side. Okay, I understand.
But anyway, enough complaining about that mechanic. Like I said, it can also be rewarding. But yeah, these electrical ladies really kicked my ass a lot of times. Their teleporting is very jarring. It does
Yeah.
put it catches me off guard most of the times.
When electricity collides with fire,
Like, yeah, what happens there was a fireball from the guys up there, combined with the electricity from the ladies down here, and it created a static storm, because the same effects Yaiba can create with the elements, the enemies can create between themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't think they do it on purpose, right, Master? But sometimes the projectiles hit at the same time or something, and the element reaction comes into place. But I don't think they do it on purpose.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's on purpose, but we know Team Ninja, it could be.
Yeah, maybe actually, yeah.
Like most of the time you are charging an UT, an enemy is really ready to ruin it.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. So, would you take the spinal sap or the rocket launcher here?
And this is a really hard choice. I would take the whip, the electric whip.
Okay.
Yeah, now that I see the enemies, yeah, the electric whip is really more useful because they can kill easily the giant fire bosses. The giant fire zombies. So yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, if I had to choose blind, I would have picked the electric whip anyway, because it is longer. It has a longer usage than the fire gun.
Okay. Helicopters.
Oh yeah,
No idea. I don't normally fly this far north.
but well, on this game they are more enjoyable than on other games.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
You can just counter their missiles and put them back.
Yeah. I didn't learned my lesson, and I tried the same thing twice, which was a stupid mistake, but
Sewer Patrol. What are they doing here?
No idea. I don't normally fly this far north.
You ready for a counter? Then boom.
could you counter one of the helicopter's missiles into another helicopter, or does it always redirect to the one that launched it?
I don't remember because the counter is automatically set, so I don't know. I don't remember, sorry.
Okay. Maybe he's waiting for me to yeah. But now that I remember, Master, the oh well, I'll come back to this, but I left this part sped up because I really don't like this when the platforming in this game incorporates hazards like fire or steam. Um, I mean, like I said before, it's not terrible, but it gets too repetitive because well I personally fail a lot in these platforming segments as you are watching right now, so it does get too repetitive. But for example, I haven't watched Farnham's speedruns of this game, but if you are gonna speedrun this game, I'm sure uh, these parts are one of the ones you have to master the most to avoid losing a lot of time in them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, you try to jump, you try to time your jump correctly, and you still get blown away. But that's just me, of course.
Well, if you have to just enjoy the game, this is no problem. But well, if you have to speedrun it, well, then you should need to be good at a Crash game,
Yeah, yeah,
Crash
of course.
Bandicoot game.
Yeah, I've never played Crash Bandicoot.
I understand. Well, I played them when I was a child. Now a long time I don't play them, so I don't remember them. But well,
Yeah. Oh, but what I was saying before, uh, we have to take into consideration, Master, about well, what I was criticizing about the prolonged missions in Razor's Edge. that they were actually made to be played by two people, not one person. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I forgot that. But when you attempt them in your own, you take on twice the difficulty and twice the enemies you are supposed to be fighting, because in ideally you would have someone by your side.
Yeah, definitely. They are designed to be played in two players. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I guess also because Team Ninja knows, I mean, the actual skill of the players in Ninja Gaiden games. So they, I guess Team Ninja was just thinking, okay, let's put them harder. Okay, let's put more enemies. Okay, let's put more bosses. And well, the Team Ninja went really wild with the Razor's Edge missions.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. I mean, when Razor's Edge first came out, the people who actually completed the Ultimate Ninja missions on their own, even if it was with only spamming the graveyard spin with the clip side,
Yeah.
they were, well, I admired them very much because at the time I couldn't do any of them by myself, and guys like AVV or I Kill Gods, Killing Intent, he's called now, who were completing them by themselves, they were pretty amazing.
Well, I played Razor's Edge when it came out, and was one of those players spamming the 360 side, sadly, because yeah, most of all of the players were playing this way because the missions were really so wild. No one was seeing any other ways than playing this way those missions.
Right.
Well, we tried with some experiments. I remember the Kusarigama loop for Ryu clones, but well, you try and you see low damage, then you see the side damage, and you see so much and so many bosses, the number of bosses back to back on those missions, and two or three of them at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So you are really thinking, well, this is the way to play this game. At this point, this is what you think. When the game came out, it was like this, and it needed about 5 years, or maybe more, to let the people explore it more and love it more, the system. I mean, because the game was really different from Ninja Gaiden 2, so there are a lot of more mechanics on this game, a lot of more text on this game that are not on Ninja Gaiden 2. So yeah, for example, at the time, no one was using the Cicada Surge.
Mm-hmm.
We were all okay. You can use your key gauge to do this. I don't think this is quite useful. And now you think about the Cicada Surge, well, this is the core system of this combat system. How could I be so blind to avoid this patch? So yeah, this is
Yeah.
the reason why I guess all the people we were spamming the 360 site on this game.
Yeah. I mean, I myself spam the 360 side because that's how I learned to play, and I haven't taken the time or invested the effort to play. You made a comment in NG Realm that Razor's Edge combat system was actually so very rich and complex, and that gave me the interest in exploring it. I haven't done it yet, but I do look forward to actually becoming a good Razor's Edge player, or experimenting with the different, because yeah, I haven't completed any of the Ultimate Ninja or the no, not all the master trials, but many of the master trials without spamming the 360 site. The only way I could beat all the master trials was using that, and I mean I don't regret it because it was satisfying to do them all by myself, and but definitely I would rather to learn to play without spamming that, and yeah.
What I think is it's not always too late. I mean, I took about 5 years a break time from Ninja Ryu games. And well, Ninja Ryu Edge made me so upset due to for this reason, because I was okay. They really have not balanced this game, so this is how this game is supposed to be played. Really, I guess I'm gonna buy a Wii U in the future, and I enjoy it because on the Wii U version, I don't know if you know this, but on the Wii U version of the Ninja Ryu Edge, you can't spam a 360 site because it doesn't have iframes on this version of the game.
No, I didn't know that, and whoa, that is surprising.
Yeah.
But instead, you can loop bosses, right? Like
Some bosses, you can look them, they are kinda a strange mix of Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge PS3 and Xbox 360.
okay,
So some of them you can, some of them you can't. So it's quite a different experience. I bought a Wii U some years later just to explore this, and I was wow, okay. Also some missions are kind of different, so I really don't understand why they changed them so much on the PS3 Xbox 360 version of Razor's Edge. For example, Ultimate Ninja 5 was really cool on 3 Razor's Edge on Wii U, and they quite ruined it on the PS3 Xbox 360 version, so I was wow, okay. But well, I just think they just had some problems and they fucked up the frames on the porting of the PS3 and Xbox 360 version. And well, I was really hoping to get these those frames patched on the Master Collection, but nope, they only patched the Scarab, the Golden Scarab glitch, and it was okay. And I just think this was well, maybe this is a different topic, but well, I think this was just because the people wanted the platinum, so not so many people are able to complete those missions without spamming the 360, so they was just okay, should we patch this? Nah, let's just patch the Golden Scarab and take it a deal.
okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Uh, well, I don't think I could complete the Ultimate Ninja missions without the 360 spam, at least not on the original versions. Well, not the original. So there are 4 versions of each of these missions. There's the vanilla NG3 version, there's the Wii U Razor's Edge version, there's the 360 and PS3 version, and now there's the Master Collection version, which is the same as the
Yeah,
PS3,
exactly.
but easier.
Yeah, the baby collection.
Yeah, so on the 360 and PS3, I don't think I could complete the Ultimate Ninja missions without by myself without spamming the 360 scythe.
But well, it's I mean it's not important complete them on solo without the site. What is important for me, I guess, is being able to complete them without the site in co-op mode, because of course they are designed to be played and enjoyed in co-op, because I mean they are really super fun in co-op. I mean some people hate the co-op of Ninja Gaiden games, but wow, they are really super fun. I don't understand how could they hate this mod, because you have the chance to play your favorite game in co-op with some friends. why hating this? Why not having fun on this? I don't understand, but well. What I suggest is at least try to. It's not always too late. You can start learning them. I mean, as I said myself, I I at first was pissed off from Razor's Edge, and when it was a 360 site, when then I came back after my break time from Ninja Gaiden games, and I watched some amazing players on Razor's Edge like Sun Dreamer, I See Lightning, Shoryate, Shory 18, sorry. When I watched those people, I was, wow, you can actually play this game without a 360 site. How?
Cool.
And then I started exploring more, and I'm really happy I did this. So this is what I suggest everyone to do to enjoy better Razor's Edge.
Of course, yeah. Okay, just a pause from this topic. This is the second boss fight, but these twin babies also become a common enemy later on. You face two of them at the same time, but we can count this as the second boss fight. He did kill me, I think, about 5 or 6 times. Uh, he is rather predictable in his attacks. It's obvious when he's gonna punch something or punch the ground, but nevertheless, the fight drags on in the middle section because he goes up there to the piping of the vial that is above Yaiba, and well, he kills me right now because I didn't know he does that. But yeah,
Yeah.
when he's laying on his back, he does punch the ground, and but yeah, the fight drags on in the middle section because he climbs to the piping above, and he sends, well, he doesn't send, but many enemies spawn while he's just playing with the vial, and it does feel rather long, but it's not very difficult. For a boss fight, it's not very hard, and rage mode, bloodlust mode, it's called. Yaiba's rage mode hurts him real bad. I activate it later on, and it does hurt him a lot. But what were we saying? We were talking Razor's Edge, learning to play Razor's Edge from watching guys like Icy Lightning, and yeah, definitely the Cicada Search. The same thing happened to me that happened to you. I used to avoid buying the Cicada Search because I felt like I was just wasting my key every time I did Cicada by accident, because I was trying to jump and I accidentally used Cicada Search. But then after many years, I learned to use it, and I learned that it has to be timed like a counter, and you have to press A before the attack hits, and Ryu will always dodge in the same direction, and it is very useful indeed, like Master said. But but for example, in Vanilla NG3, you also end up abusing things. The 360 site doesn't have the same utility as in Razor's Edge, but you end up abusing different things like the method for for facing the regions of the mask with the talons.
Yeah.
Yeah, to run away from them and then press Y and Y again, so that Ryu launches them into the air and you get in a few free hits. You end up abusing stuff, and well, it's never good when you end up abusing things in video games, and most Gaiden games are guilty of this.
Well, what I personally think is I just think the global knowledge on Ninja Gaiden games at that time were not enough. I mean, I just did another run some month ago on a couple of months ago on Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla on Ultimate Ninja.
I saw your videos.
And I tried to have a different approach on the fights, and I discovered a lot of incredible things. A lot of counters I was not expecting to be able to could perform on some bosses, some strategies on some bosses, some more aggressive approaches on the boss fights. And also the importance of the counter on this game, because on this game you don't have cicada surge. The game is really clunky and slower, so counters can save you because it gives you the chance to save from a long recovery frame. So I just think that even though Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla has a lot of issues, a lot of problems, the game is clunky, the frame rate is terrible, the inputs are really bad. So yeah, I could name all of them. But well, what I really think is people were definitely not ready. They had not the global knowledge on Ninja Gaiden games was not enough for this game.
Okay.
So playing them today is a really different thing. I mean, playing the Legend of the Mask with the Dragon's Sword was flank swallow them 3 times, then doing shuriken, then pressing Y. Now today, you can semi-loop him in forcing him to do the grab again with the square forward, square, then square again to bait him the grab,
Okay.
for example. But well, this is today. We are not still in 2013. I
12.
guess.
12. It was 12.
12, right. Razor's Edge was in 2013. Okay. So yeah, this is the difference. Also, as you named the regent with the claws, I tried to lab it more with the claws in other than this strat, and I discovered you can do the Y, then you can do a couple of more square. And well, you can just fight him normally. It was just we were not ready for a fight like this because Regent of the Mask on Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla was really insane. It was really more aggressive. It blocked more than Razor's Edge. So yeah, we were just. This guy is really on drag. Oh, okay, what can we do? Okay, let's use this.
Yeah.
Now today, after facing all the Razor's Edge stuff and other things that Ninja Gaiden put us on the challenges, we know, okay, we can deal with this. We just need to have some practice. We have more skills, so now we are more ready to fight him in a properly fight.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. I also did a Vanilla NG3 recently on Master Ninja, part of my second marathon speedrun of the NG trilogy. And in my commentary, text commentary, not voice commentary, I explained how in Vanilla 3 each enemy type, common enemy type, has a specific vulnerability or weakness to one of Ryu's attacks, like low-level soldiers and mercenaries are very weak against talons, flying swallow from the talons, and the ghost mercenaries are very weak to flying swallow after a single shuriken,
after the
and,
shuriken,
and things like that. But it's up to the player first to discover those things. Like the game obviously doesn't tell you kill this enemy fast with this technique. It's up to the player to discover them and to exploit them. If you choose to, you can choose not to exploit all of those and make long combos out of every single enemy. Like that's a virtue of the NG games, that they give you many options to play.
Yeah,
It's up to you to discover them, right? So and in Yaiba, for example, because we've been talking for the past 20 minutes about Razor's Edge, but in Yaiba, there are also, well, I know very little about this game. I've only played it, beat it 2 times, but in Java there are also exploitable mechanics like the executions, but you can't do you cannot do executions right off the bat. First, you have to weaken the enemies in order for them to be executed, and uh, some instant kills with elemental reactions,
yeah,
they are not available all the time, because you haven't you most of the time you don't have secondary weapons, and when you do have them, uh, they have limited ammunition or limited they last for a limited time. So in Java, the exploitable things are not always available, and that's curious. So for the most popular chapter in this game, the Ryu Hayabusa chapter,
oh,
it's short, but it's sweet. It's cool to fight Ryu.
yeah,
You're gonna see that he doesn't behave like the player expects, because the player expects him to behave like Ryu, like doppelgangers in other Ninja Gaiden games. And no, he has different attacks and different patterns, and he's quite unpredictable the first few times you are facing him, right, Master?
yeah, definitely. But what I really think about this part of the game, best part of the game for sure. Really so fun and so epic to watch. So definitely, wow. I was just so wow, so epic.
Yeah, I mean, it is rather. I did leave that on here. When Yaiba punches Ryu's Nimpo, that's that's kind of stupid to me. But the giant Izuna drop is definitely cool to watch.
Yeah, but you are spoiling late. Oh well, you cut it
right,
out.
right, right. Yeah, no more spoilers. Sorry. So for this first part of the fight, you are not really fighting him one on one. You just have to avoid his arrows. But the second part is where the Ryu really shines, and he is the hardest boss in the game by far. From what I saw in your video of the arcade mode, he is the final boss of the arcade, and he seems just as difficult there as he is here.
Yeah, sure it is.
You are out of your mind. Out of my mind and inside yours.
He's down. Get him.
No place left to hide, Hayabusa. I'll stop by Hayabusa village after I kill you.
Good thing his arrows don't travel at the same speed that they do in the Ninja Gaiden games, because they would be instantaneous.
Yeah,
Well, here comes the cutscene.
You've done well, but it's all for nothing.
Fuck yeah!
Shit.
How does it feel, Hayabusa?
I'm glad you have not cut it off.
Yeah,
Boom!
that's, that's ridiculous, but also very cool. So anyway, Yaiba gets resurrected for the second time, and you get to fight Ryu one-on-one.
Why won't you stay dead? I get that a lot.
Michi's maintaining some sort of shield. I don't think anything's getting through that.
But that's what I mean. He doesn't have the same attacks one would expect, and his UT doesn't behave like you would expect.
Yeah.
His Nimpo, he does in Asuma. I'm not sure if I left it, but he does in Asuma, and it doesn't behave like you would expect. He's much slower than you would think. Thankfully, because if he was really fast, it would be much harder. Luckily, his openings, the moments he is vulnerable, they are very obvious. Like after he attempts an Izuna drop with his sword. The sword even flashes orange when he does that, and it's very obvious, like that he's vulnerable after that.
Yeah, also the counters gets you some free hits and gets you a free opening.
Well, I don't think I ever countered him, but yeah, it's a shame. So Momiji blows up this part of the stage, and you move to the next one. And this is actually the hardest part because you don't have the insects to throw at him.
Yeah, this is just the pure fight 1 versus 1.
And good thing they didn't give him like shurikens
Oh yeah.
because he would be able to stun you from far away, and he would be much more dangerous.
It's going to take hundreds of men.
But he's very fast.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, yeah, that was very fast. Those attacks.
Then watching this is make me wanna play again Yaiba.
Go ahead, upload another no damage run of this guy, of Ryu. I would definitely watch that because
Well, if I had the save file, I don't remember. I need to turn on my PS3 and check. If I have the save file here, I could. Because, I was really younger and less experienced, so I guess with my actual mindset, I could do a better fight and more enjoyable fight than what I did when I was younger and with the less experience.
yeah. It's funny that in Ninja Gaiden games, well, I guess in every game actually, you always think when you are playing them that you cannot get, that maybe you are the best you are ever gonna be, but as years pass and you keep playing, you realize you had so much to learn, and you were so young, and you really weren't even half the player you are now, right? Uh, in Ninja Gaiden, that happens to me quite a lot. For example, before 2020, I had never done any speedrun in Ninja Gaiden. So for speedrunning, I learned quite a few tricks from guys like JTB or anyway from a few guys. And learning new things turns you into a better player, obviously. So I totally understand what you're saying about yourself and Yaiba back then. What were we talking about, Master?
Sorry, don't remember. But well, this is the part of the fight 1v1 versus Hayabusa.
Right?
So yeah, let's enjoy this.
Yeah, it is the hardest boss fight in the game. I think we were saying maybe it's good that they didn't give Ryu the shurikens because he could stun you from far away. He would be much harder to fight.
Yeah, Ryu has the shurikens on Neo, and I can tell you they are quite annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all other versions of Ryu, doppelganger versions of Ryu, Ryu clones in all other games, they do use all shuriken variations. Shuriken, incendiary shuriken, windmill shuriken, and luckily this one doesn't use any of that. Right?
Yeah.
But what's happening to him right there? I didn't remember this. He was acting a little strange.
Yeah, I don't remember. This never happened to me during my runs, so wow.
Yeah, he's not doing. He was acting kind of weird.
Yeah.
Ninja's protecting Hayabusa as she's healing him.
Mommy, who's your favorite female character in Ninja Gaiden? Playable character.
In Razor's Edge,
In every Ninja Gaiden, who's your favorite?
well, Ryoyabusa for sure, but well, other than Ryu, Kazumi in Ninja Gaiden 2 Razor's Edge. She is really fun, and I really love her Steel on Bone touch. It kinda reminds me about the old Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla Steel on Bone touch, because I really love Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla Steel on Bone. It's really fun. I'm quite a little upset they changed it in a just normal counter on Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, because Steel on Bond was really a particular touch on Ninja Gaiden Vanilla.
Yeah.
And well, Kazumi has this philosophy on this Steel on Bond, and I really enjoy her for this reason.
Okay. Oh, and she has the Cicada Surge, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, the only character other than Ryu that has the Cicada Surge, yeah. Right now, playing Momiji and Ayane without the Cicada Surge is quite annoying, so yeah.
Okay.
And what's your favorite character on instead?
After Ryu, I would say. Mm, I really don't enjoy playing as any of the other characters. Really. Oh, here's when he punches Ryu's input. That is kind very ridiculous. I mean, that shouldn't be able to happen.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
And so I punched the dragon.
What the hell is up with that?
The explosion.
We are on to the last chapter. Oh no, it's the second to last, but well, the very last chapter is only a boss fight. It's a very long boss fight, as you're gonna see, but this is truly the last.
Causing massive electric discharges.
The boss fight is like an epilogue, like chapter 16 in NGB,
Yeah.
where it's just a boss fight. But this is like the core in NGB, where it's a really long, really hard chapter. Really, I died quite a few times in this one, and there are many fights that two bosses at the same time, three bosses at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very hard this chapter, especially if you get killed like that. Like anyway, but no, my favorite playable chapter aside from Ryu, maybe Ayane in Razor's Edge, because I don't like her in Sigma 2, but in Razor's Edge she's cool.
Yeah, she is really strong in Razor Sage than in Sigma 2, yeah.
Yeah. But no, I really don't like playing as anyone except Ryu. In Sigma 1, I'm terrible with Rachel. In Sigma 2, I don't like Momiji, Ayane, and Rachel. Rachel is okay in Sigma 2. She has her machine gun is cool, and she has good combos, but it's not like I truly like her. I mean, she's okay, but I don't really like her. And in Razor's Edge, I haven't really played as Kazumi and Momiji all that much. So the only one I've played a lot is Ayane because she appears in the story mode. But Kazumi and Momiji, I don't really know them very well.
I understand.
Do you think we will get, if we get Ninja Gaiden 4, do you think we will get extra characters or?
Yeah, I guess we will get Ayate for sure. I mean, we used Ayate Sword on Ninja Gaiden 3, so
Right, yeah,
Ayate should be there, I guess.
yeah. I have never played Dead or Alive, Master.
Really?
Really, really.
Oh.
Yeah. Should I? Should I?
Yeah, you should. It's one of the few fighting games I enjoy because the combat system is really good and really fun, and it has a really good feeling. Like all Team Ninja games, they have a particular feeling, and well, this is so fast paced, so fluent. And I enjoy Dead or Alive for this reason, and it has a cool counter system that makes the fight really psychological versus another player, and this is fine. And also the story of Dead or Alive is kind of cool. I enjoyed it, despite I do not enjoy that much Ninja Gaiden story. Ninja Gaiden story is quite basic. It's just something to say, okay, you have to kill this guy, then this guy, then this guy. So basic. And in Dead or Alive, instead, you have a more complex story with some kind of aspects, some reasons behind the characters and their story. So it's kind of different and kind of more deep. I mean, it's not Metal Gear, okay, but it has a good story for me, and you will see Hayabusa in another aspect, and his friends. So yeah,
Okay.
And this is the reason why I really think we will see Ayate in Ninja Gaiden 4 because well, he is Ryu best friend after all, so we cannot see him.
Yeah. And do I need to play? Can I just pick up like Dead or Alive 5, or do I need to pick up 2, 3, 4, and then 5?
Well, if you have a 3DS, Nintendo 3DS, you can play Dead or Alive Dimensions, which is basically Dead or Alive 1, 2, 3, and 4 story. And it's kind of cool because it explains the story in a really properly way. So you should play these and then maybe play Dead or Alive 5 and 6 and you will be ready for the story. But if you want to enjoy all of them, you can. I mean, Dead or Alive 2, 3 and 4 are still enjoyable today as long as Dead or Alive 6 and 5. But Dead or Alive 1 is still a good fighting game. I mean, playing today is a different story because you kind of feel it being really old. But well, you would enjoy it anyway. I replayed it some months ago when all the Dead or Alive games became backward compatible on Xbox One X and Series. So I guess they are still enjoyable today.
Okay, I'll give them a try. This fight was surprisingly easy. I expected to die because I wasn't prepared, but no. As you are seeing, the fire zombies which are on the back there can harm the baby giant because he's made of ice or something. So all the damage that he's taken, look, he died all by his own. I didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
It is at the same time cool and weird that there is friendly fire in this game. Enemies can kill each other, and none of the other Ninja Gaiden games has that. So it is kind of cool. Sometimes it can be very chaotic because, like I said before, for the elemental reactions, but it can save you as well. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, right. In this chapter, Yaiba, in the last chapter, Yaiba rips his own heart out. So in this chapter, he needs to find a new one, a new electric heart or whatever. And he, every now and then, electricity builds up, and you get. It's not electrified. You don't get electrified. You get overcharged with electricity, so you have to leech off the electricity in one of the consoles that are on each arena. I forgot to explain that.
Yeah.
On this fight, there are unlimited rocket launchers. Which is fine, which is nice, because otherwise it would take a very long time to take all of these guys down. And the next few bosses that appear in just a moment.
Yeah, they are too much in this fight, yeah.
Yeah. Just for a little health because I was.
Yeah.
So 3 bosses at the same time, or kind of bosses. But with the rocket launcher, even on hard difficulty, they are not any threat. Yeah, very chaotic game, this one. I wish I had saved a rocket launcher for this fight because it's also long, and
Yeah,
I did die once or twice. I don't remember, but yeah, I was definitely unprepared for this fight.
the only things that can help. The only thing that can help on this fight is throwing the fire at the ladies, the electric ladies, or using the electric for these big fire guys.
Uh-huh. Yeah, using their power against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I thought of that. Probably not. Their teleports is what gets me the most. Each time they teleport, they hit me almost every time.
Yeah. Okay, now you have an electric whip, it will be easier.
Yeah, finally. Yeah, but there's a lot of things going on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
And every enemy has that same attack that when you get a few hits in and they have low health, they do like a rage attack, an aura attack, which if you are close enough, it will hit you. And it took me a long time to learn that.
There it is. There's your core.
Inside one of your killer mechs, huh? Get that detail?
Hey, you didn't ask. I never said it was going to be.
Okay, now the robot again.
Yeah, but at least I can counter now. I'm somewhat good at countering. Yeah, very few boss fights, like you said. No good at countering, actually.
Perfect.
But he takes a lot of damage. Oh, why was I able to execute him at half his life instead of almost all his life gone? Like, sorry, when you can execute a boss, his life is almost gone, and this time only half his health is gone. That that was weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird, yeah.
This is where it all began, Yaiba. We had a lot of fun on this table.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I don't need um, sex jokes in my Ninja Gaiden,
All your systems.
but it's not a deal breaker or anything. It's just not my preference.
Any enhancement?
Oh, you have to see this, Master, because on this fight the game actually soft locked, and I had to quit because you're gonna see. I trigger Bloodlust to get a lot of damage into one of them, and first it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything at all. And after the Bloodlust ends, that guy I'm hitting becomes invulnerable. So I realize he's just sitting in the corner immobile and not doing anything. So I take out the other one first. And after I take the other one, I return to the first one and I cannot hit him. He is invulnerable. So I had to quit. You're gonna see. It was weird.
Yeah,
Actually, this part I sped up this part. But yeah, it was after so long it takes for one of them to die, and the second soft locks the game. Yeah, I was angry at that moment.
yeah, I can feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, so the first one is dead. And I turn to the second, and he is invulnerable.
Yeah, rip.
Yep.
Nothing you could do, sadly.
Yeah, that's a shame. So then I quit. And then there I go again. And this time the bloodlust, did do a lot of damage as it's supposed to do. Maybe it was the bloodlust that soft locked the game.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you enjoy fighting these guys, Master?
I don't remember, but yeah, one of them for sure. Two of them, I don't remember
Not so much.
clearly this fight.
Okay. I like them. I think they make you be on your toes and not get distracted and pay attention to the fight. So I like that.
Yeah, as I remember, those two guys at the same time are in also on arcade mode. So yeah.
Arcade mode. Yeah, that seems very hard.
The spot. Got something.
Yeah. Yeah, I like fighting them actually. This particular arena experimented or whatever, I it's the hardest in the game for me. It took me a lot of tries, as you're gonna see, and it does get. It is very long. There are many waves of enemies, and well, in my first playthrough, I suffered through this fight. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I guess because the key of this fight is getting a counter on a clown, then thanks to the slow time, attacking the boss.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No. No. What I thought of was, well, I tried several things. First, I tried taking all the clowns down and then the boss. Then I thought, no, first the boss and then the clowns. Uh, oh, and they took away my rocket launcher. That's what I'm doing there. I'm looking for it because originally I entered that fight with a rocket launcher and they took it away for the checkpoint. That was weird because, like you said, usually you respawn on the same conditions that you were,
Yeah.
but no. So on the left, you got a electrical cord, an electrical whip, and on the right, you have a bio pistol, a bio weapon.
Oh, nice. Now remember, you can just mix them.
Yeah,
You can just shot them with the bile, then put it down, take the electric whip, and boom.
yeah, but I didn't know that, so yeah, this fight for me was the hardest in the entire game. So there, all the clowns are dead, and now I can take on the boss, and he's gonna kill me, which is a shame, because you need to do all the fight again, of course.
Yeah.
Poof. Every single missile hit me there. if there weren't elemental weapons, if there weren't, what would be your approach to this fight?
Well, as I said, I would have done a counter on the clowns,
Oh, right,
one of
right.
the clowns, and then I would have attacked the boss thanks to the slow time. But well, as long as they are the elemental weapons,
Yeah, sure.
why not using them?
Yeah. Does this remind you of any other fight in Ninja Gaiden Master with a big boss and many minions? Not only two, but many minions. Are there any other fights like this in Ninja Gaiden?
Well, Rosetsu's fight on Ninja Gaiden 2 Vanilla.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, and in chapter 2 it's super hard because
Yeah,
that arena is very small. Yeah, true. And Rasetsu is more dangerous than this robot. Rasetsu attacks without pause. He just attacks all the time.
yeah. And well, those Black Spider ninjas loves to spam you incendiary shurikens.
Yeah, yeah.
So
true.
yeah, it gets even more chaotic.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, actually, on my last vanilla NG2 run, I did comment that Rasetsu fight for me is the hardest boss fight in the game.
Yeah, I could agree.
For me, for me.
Just beating them, I could agree. Beating them without the Nimpo, for example, the two golden dragons.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's a very long fight if you are only using arrows that fight.
Yeah, and also Gigadeath.
Oh yeah, yeah. Giga.
Those two are the most annoying fights, bosses fight in Ninja Ryu 2 Vanilla, in my opinion. If you beat them without the Nimpo, but well, with the Nimpo, okay, two golden dragons, just void Nimpo, 3/4 of HP done, bye bye.
Yeah. It's nice when you hit them both with a single nimble.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I like the change they did on this boss fight on Sigma 2 with this cool black dragon.
Yeah, yeah. He's much better to fight. That was a good decision. Hey, Master, what do you think of the screen obscuring the screen? In this case, with vomit or with fire or electricity, or in Razor's Edge and Vanilla NG3 when you get your health low, there's the sound of a heart pulsating, like boom, boom, boom,
Oh
boom, boom,
yeah,
boom,
this is
boom.
quite annoying. You are trying to keep calm, stay focused, and you have this annoying thing, and was come on.
Yeah, yeah. The entire screen gets dark. The screen is pulsating, and there's also the sound. And in this game, like right now, the screen gets black and white when you get low on health,
Yeah.
and when a vomit enemy spits on you, it's yellow all over the screen, etc.
Yeah.
What do you think overall of screen obscuring? Do you think they should remove that or?
I don't think they should remove it, even though this is really annoying. I mean, this is what they designed it for, so we're gonna deal with this. I just respect this. Well, this could be really annoying, but well, at least we can still see, so it's okay.
Okay, true.
If they have done it in a more annoying way where you can even you cannot even see a thing, I would be okay. For example, what I really hated on Ninja Ryu Vanilla and Razor's Edge, on the snow section with the Zwaggy at the beginning of day 6,
Yeah,
where you can see nothing, all white on screen. I really hated this thing, and I really hate Leader 7 Ninja Trial for this reason.
Yeah,
You can
right.
really see nothing, and this is exaggeration for me. I really dislike this, but well, in this case, I can still see on the screen clearly. I just have something annoying on screen, but I can still see it, so it's okay for me in this way.
Okay.
But in Razor's Edge, I'm not okay on in this way they did on Razor's Edge in this part of the game and on this Ninja Trial.
Yeah, and as you can see, this fight just keeps going on. It's wave after wave of hard enemies, and
Yeah.
luckily there are elemental weapons because. But look at the screen right in a second. There are so many storms occurring at the same time. I mean, you can still understand what's happening, so it's not like, hey, there are I don't even know where I am or nothing, but but yeah, I remember when this game came out, that was a criticize IGN or GameSpot did about this game, that there was too many things happening on the screen at the same time, and you can definitely understand them because it is true. You can still understand them.
Well, I don't even think that EGN and other reviewers are at this point of the run. To be clear.
Yeah. True.
But well, I understand this game can be a little chaotic, yeah. But well, we are used to Ninja Ryu 2 Vanilla or Master Ninja with the
Yeah,
explosions
that's also
everywhere.
chaotic.
So
Yeah.
this is just a cake compared to this.
No. You're right. I mean, it's not like I trust IGN reviewers 100% or anything, but you can understand when look at that, 7 minutes for this single fight, not counting retries.
Yeah.
It's a very long fight.
Yeah, also like Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla Ultimate Ninja fights.
Yeah,
How long some of them are really. Some of them are really. I was thinking, wow, again, really? So many enemies again?
yeah,
Come on.
yeah. The very first fight.
Yeah,
Fight.
they
in
won.
chapter
They
one.
won them. They are really long.
Yeah, yeah. True. And the fight that on lower difficulties, there's a fight, the second fight, no, or the second fight, yeah, which ends when you cast Nimpo.
Nimpo, yeah, they got scared and you can kill them easily, yeah.
Yeah, but in Master Ninja and Ultimate Ninja, that fight doesn't end when you cast Nimpo. It just keeps going, and
Yeah.
it lasts forever. Yeah, it's true. There I am buying Rocket Punch and Overclock, and I didn't even use it. But
Got something for me?
so the game is about to end. There are a total of 1, three fights left.
Yeah.
Two of them in the next chapter, one of them in this one. But the video is not near its ending because the last chapter is a single boss fight. Like I said before, a difficult boss fight, and well, you are gonna see it. You're gonna see it.
Yeah, no more spoilers.
Yeah, no more spoilers.
I'm just wondering if you cut it out the ending or if you let it there.
The ending cinematic, the ending cutscene.
Yeah, the ending cutscene. Yeah.
No, I cut it. It's not here.
Ah, okay. So I can talk free by saying, well, this ending is an open ending. So we were all like, oh wait, when the Yaiba 2?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
well,
true.
now we still have not Yaiba 2.
No, and probably never for the bad reputation of this game.
Yeah, I think they were just thinking, okay, let's do this ending, and then we're gonna do in the future Yaiba 2. Then reviewers destroyed this game and rip no more Yaiba 2.
Yeah,
But well, what is strange and curious is the some years ago. No, I don't remember if Team Ninja or Tecmo renewed the trademark as Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. So I was like, oh, wow, really? So maybe we're gonna get a remaster? I don't know.
maybe. But I don't know if we haven't got Ninja Gaiden 4 in almost 10 years.
Yeah. Well, maybe after Ninja Gaiden 4. Let's see.
Yeah, true.
But to be fair, I really think after Wulong we finally will have Ninja Gaiden 4. Not sure if it will be Ninja Gaiden 4 or just a Ninja Gaiden reboot, but I'm pretty sure it will be the time for Ryabusa to shine again.
Hopefully, I mean,
Yeah, hopefully for sure, but I'm really pretty sure because the Master Collection sold pretty well.
yeah,
Tecmo and Team Ninja were happy with the sales, so I guess they did the Master Collection just as a bridge
true.
to the rest the Ninja Gaiden games from long time.
Yeah, and to get new fans into the games because
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot of
definitely.
people who entered the franchise with the Master Collection. I mean, it's not just
Jumped in, yeah.
it's not just a remaster for the fans. There's a lot of new players now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because since it is out for all platforms, it's out for Xbox, PS, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So you can,
Yeah, even Switch, yeah, you can play it on Go even, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but I myself made a very serious oath, a promise, when the last generation, no, generations of consoles ago, when the 360 and PS3 generation ended, I swore that I wouldn't buy a new console until NG4 came out, and that was almost 10 years ago, 8 years ago, and so far no NG4. So I skipped a whole generation. I skipped,
I
yeah,
understand.
Yeah, my last console, my newest console is an Xbox 360. I never bought an Xbox One or PS4, but yeah, the day NG4 comes out, I will buy a series, an Xbox Series or a PS5 or something.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I understand your dedication, and well, this is something to respect and admire. But well, in the meantime, Team Ninja gave us some cool action games, Neo,
Neo.
Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin, and now we're gonna get Wulong. So well, we have some things in the meantime waiting for Ninja Gaiden. I mean, they are really cool
True.
action games. Their combat system is really deep, as good as Ninja Gaiden games. So I really don't regret playing them, and I really had some fun playing them. I still prefer Ninja Gaiden because Ninja Gaiden is Ninja Gaiden, of course, but they are just some games that are not making me cry too much for waiting for Ninja Gaiden 4.
Right. So this fight should be one of the hardest in the game since it's three bosses at the same time.
Yeah,
But really, if you manage your distance correctly, and there's plenty of elemental weapons around, so I didn't even die once, and it wasn't actually very difficult.
also there is the friendly fire. For example, the one boss killed the other boss. This reminds me Ultimate Ninja 7 of Ninja Ryu Edge, where Alexei kills the Alma. No, sorry, Alma kills Alexei with the projectiles.
Yeah, friendly fire definitely it's very helpful. So there, that's the last chapter before the final chapter, and as you can see, it was a huge part of the video was this chapter alone. It's very hard, very long,
Coming to an end.
and so yeah, this is the last one. First, you only need to destroy the glass where that guy is behind, and then you need to fight him. And it's a very long fight, no checkpoints. Uh, how long would you say this fight is if you play perfectly? Like 10 minutes long?
Yeah, I watched before my old fight. I did on El mod. It was almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, it's a very long fight. But it's actually I like it because it's ingenious. You need to use the zombie element weapons against Del Gonzo, so that's nice. It's an ingenious fight. It's not just an all-out brawl, an all-out punch-out fight. It's actually ingenious.
Yeah.
the name of Mictlantecutli, I summon you!
But no, the reason I haven't bought a new console apart from waiting for NG4 is because I recognize myself to be a person very addicted to video games, and I knew if I bought a new console, an Xbox One or PS4, that would mean a lot of hours of new games to play. And while I spent many years of my adolescence and my adulthood playing video games, and I wanted to put a stop to it, or maybe turn it down a little, not play so much. And that's just not possible if I bought, I don't know, the Halo Master Collection, or I mean the Halo Master Chief Collection, or Red Dead Redemption 2, which I wanted to play, or Spider-Man for PS4. That would mean many hours of playing new games. So no, I promised I wouldn't bought one until NG4 came out, and so far I've kept my promise.
I understand. Well, you can buy them anyway and try to uh, get a limit by yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I could, but probably I wouldn't succeed.
Very beautiful.
Anyway, after breaking Del Gonzo's sarcophagus he has on his belly, you use fire against him.
It's the instrument of your undoing.
And now getting the counter on those fire and getting on the Gonzo do a lot of damage.
You can do that?
As I remember, yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that does seem like a better option. I took them down individually and I used their weapons against the guns. But no, countering projectiles is definitely better than what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, counters projectors is the easier way to deal with these fire big zombies.
Yeah.
And also when they charge you, you get a easy free counter because you have the signal of the counter.
Okay.
Most of the attacks on this game, the most important ones, have a signal attack. You see a symbol on screen on the kind of flash of the animation that helps you to get the timing for the counter.
Yeah. Yeah, for the counter attack achievement, which is to counter, I don't know, 50 times, yeah, I had to learn that.
That was easy.
Yeah, too easy.
And I'm back. Quick trip to the little god's room, feeling much better. Crossing the be fun. Thunder! Here comes the bride, all dressed in fright. You see what I did there?
Oh, those female zombies.
Well, you should use the other weapon to shot them.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch Farnham's speedrun of this game. It might be interesting. I don't think I'm gonna speedrun it. I don't think I like it enough for speedrunning it. But I'll watch the speedrun.
Yeah, just for curiosity purpose.
Yeah.
Skin embedded with metal, hearts embedded with malice. I present the Pterodactyls.
Now that I'm seeing Yaiba dodging, I forgot to mention, I wanted to mention this, but I don't like in this game that in all other Ninja Gaiden games, there's a furious wind technique, which is when you block and you dodge immediately after you hear the enemies.
Yeah,
Yeah, the clink against Ryu's sword, and then you dodge. That's furious wind, and Jaiba doesn't have a technique like that. He just you cannot escape if you are blocking an enemy's attack and the enemy just keep hitting you. You cannot escape. You cannot move instantly out of the way because if you let go of the guard button, you will get hit, and you cannot dodge if you are guarding. So you need to keep guarding until the enemy's attack ends, and then you can dodge. But Ryu, with Ryu, you don't have to wait for an enemy's attack to end. You can just furious wing and get out of there. So that's a mechanic I wish they had brought back for this game.
yeah, definitely. But well, this is just supposed to do more counters, I guess, for this reason.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I remember being put off balance by that because I do Furious Wind very often in Ninja Gaiden. So not being able to do them was yeah, that was off-putting.
I just wonder if this game has a Gather Z system, because at the time I did not know what even was a Gather Z, of course. But well, playing it again today and testing it will be really a cool discovery that this game has a Gather Z system.
But Jaiba's guard isn't broken by almost anything, is it?
Sorry?
Uh, Yaiba's guard isn't broken almost by nothing. You can block pretty much everything. For example, the the helicopter bullets, which would break Ryu's guard, Yaiba can just keep blocking and blocking, and so there's nothing breaks Yaiba's guard. I mean, grab attacks grab him, of course, but they don't break his guard. They just go past it. So I don't think guard reset would exist because guard is never broken in the first place.
Oh, nice.
But maybe it would. I don't know.
So, is he really dead now?
What do you think?
Yeah, this fight just keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm better. That was a little scary. Now you die. Seriously. Fire from my eyes!
Freaking laser beams. Great. Find a way to put out those flames.
First you get the power, then you get the women.
I guess you were a little late because I remember you can punish the laser from his eyes since it's fire with the bile.
Yeah, it's what you have to do. But yeah, I don't know why it didn't connect. I was late, as you say, maybe. Yeah, but black and white does give you less visibility of where Yaiba is.
I don't remember if this boss had the checkpoint on him. As I remember, nope, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So yeah, at this point you were just okay, please, not now.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
The classic situation at the end of a ninja trial on Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 or 3 or 3 Razor's Edge.
Yeah, yeah, true. True. Yeah, you need to do all the entire mission again. Yeah. But that's part of the experience, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's when I actually hit him with the vial in his eyes.
Yeah.
Fire from my eyes!
Fire from my other eye!
Yeah, he will say that.
I remember this part, it was quite hilarious. Ah, not yet, okay. You can only shot one eye for nothing
Yeah,
for a moment, okay,
yeah,
okay.
you need.
Yeah.
Here I actually paused the game and I had to look for what to do because I started fighting these girls and I didn't know what I had to do. You have to hit him with the electric whip on his face, but
Yeah.
It's coming up. You're gonna see when I post. It's gonna be visible.
I just wonder why did you not pick up. Okay, right.
No, and I didn't know what to do. Like you can see, I'm shooting him with the vial, and you don't need to do that anymore. I even activated my rage because I didn't know what I had to be doing. So I was like, I don't want to lose again, and spent another 15 minutes. So I paused. Well, I turned down the music because it was driving me kind of insane.
I understand.
And then I paused, I found out, and yeah, it was very simple.
Yeah.
So it took me 6 hours and 22 minutes, 41 deaths. Oh, and that's the achievement for the arcade. We just have to... This is the arcade.
Yeah, arcade time. I really enjoyed so much arcade mode. I preferred and I had more fun on arcade mode than on the basic game because it has some retro old vibes and I really love some old retro games, especially the old beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games.
Okay.
And those kind of beat 'em ups. And well, this mod is kinda beat 'em up, but with a modern combat system, and this is really dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I haven't played it again. I died here, and I saw your part of your run. It's an old video, but it does look very hard. And oh, for the viewer of this video, in arcade mode, you can't do executions. So the only way to get health is the occasional health like that, like I just wasted there. And there's all enemies don't give you special weapons. Only the gold zombies do, but I don't think I even made it to a gold zombie on this try. This was my first try. So yeah, arcade mode in Yaiba is infamous for being very hard. I haven't completed yet. It's one of the only 2 achievements I have yet to unlock. But yeah, like Master is saying, it's based on it's made to resemble old beat 'em ups. Master has completed it, and yeah. What else do you wanna say, Master?
I mean, some people that enjoy Yaiba don't like this mode, but well, as I said, I enjoyed more this mode than the basic one because, yeah, maybe because I'm a retro lover. But well, in my opinion, this fits really good with this game and with this gameplay. Because, yeah, the combat system of Yaiba is really good in my opinion. I mean, okay, it's not Ninja Gaiden like other Ninja Gaiden games, it's a spin-off. And as a spin-off, it is really a cool game, a cool action game with a really good combat system. It has a lot of touches on him. It's really technical. It requires a lot of skill. So yeah, and on this mod you really need to play in a good way. Don't do too much mistakes because they can really punish you off. and even little mistakes can be really fatal. So
Okay. So do you recommend that I keep trying and beat arcade mode? Should I?
yeah, definitely. I recommend everyone to keep trying and beat arcade mode. It's really super fun, in my opinion. But well, it will require some time for sure, but definitely worth. The more you go further on the run, the more you will enjoy and you will see more situation.
It lasts for about an hour, right? The entire arcade.
Yeah, about 1 hour. Yeah.
Well, that was it. So the time to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed the video, our commentary, that you forgave us our English, and well, my final thoughts on this game. I've only uh, done two playthroughs, one on hard, which was this one, and another on Nightmare. I didn't do New Game Plus, I did a new game on Nightmare, and I like it. It's not in the same height as the other NG games for me, but I do like it, and I regret not having played it for the past 8 years that it has been out. I didn't play it out of prejudice, and I suppose that was wrong. Uh, it does have its flaws, but it's fun. It has its good points. Anyway, I thank Master for joining me. Again, he's a player I admire. He's very good in all the NG games, and he's humble. I think there's not that much humility in the NG community. So meeting a player that is humble and is very good is, well, I'm glad I met Master. So yeah, I thank him for joining me, and yeah, Master, say goodbye, please.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thanks, and goodbye, everyone.
Okay, so well, see you next time, people.